Hi guys, today we have studied an interesting topic. As the persFACTive team, we investigated this. And we have some interesting information about it. Why do male babies wear blue? Why do baby girls wear pink? Did you ever wonder about that? We would like to share these findings with you. Okay, let's go. Gender identification by color, 20 in the Western world. It begins at the turn of the century. Before that, pink and blue have no particular meaning for gender. A French writer, for example, Xavier de Maistre in his work A Journey in My Room, published in 1794, he suggested painting the rooms pink and white to improve the men's mood. 20. At the beginning of the century, this situation begins to change. This change, which began in the 1920s, was not in the form of a certainty, but in terms of conformity. It was not like now. There was also the opposite suggestion of today. Pink for boys and blue for girls were recommended. But the masses completely ignored these proposals. 20. Early century and 19th century late century, regular comments made, if mothers are asked to grow their boy child masculine, dressing in pink masculine colors, and if the girl is asked to grow feminine, it was recommended to dress in a feminine color such as blue. For example, in an article published in Earnshaw in June 1918, it is said, "Generally accepted rule, pink is for boys and blue is for girls. This is because pink is a stronger and more specific color, more suitable for the male child. Blue is a more cute color for girls, as it is a more delicate and gentle color. Other sources have stated blue for blondes, pink for auburn, blue for blue-eyed babies, pink for brown-eyed babies." In 1927, famous Time magazine published a scheme that, based on data from leading American stores, shows colors suitable for girls and boys from a gender perspective. According to this scheme, clothing stores in Boston, New York City, Chicago recommend that boys be dressed in pink. Why are newspapers and publications so obsessed with this subject? It must be about the advertiser. Because if parents took this color scheme into account, they would change the children's wardrobe and arrange the accessories in the children's rooms accordingly. This meant more sales, compared to the current situation, where each breed could wear the same color. Why blue, why pink? For unknown reasons, apparel manufacturers decided on pink for girls and blue for boys. They suggested that boys liked blue more and girls liked pink more, but research has yielded no other results other than to clearly show that the vast majority of people preferred blue and very few adults preferred pink. As you can imagine, even in countries that do not follow the pink girls, blue boys scheme, it is very difficult to conduct large-scale studies to determine whether or not someone is naturally predisposed to what color, without taking advantage of a number of existing color biases. So, next time you buy a new baby gift, don't think the baby will like that color. It's just an imposition of the elders. Is pink more popular or is blue more popular? 1 in preferred colors, regardless of gender. Shades of blue are next. Pink 2. He's not even next. Above the gray, though. The number of women who prefer pink is more than men. Cultural norms can also shape color preferences. In cultures where pink is thought to be a suitable color for a baby girl and blue for a baby boy, babies get used to the time surrounded by these colors. This makes it difficult to know if the preferences raised later are congenital. A study from 2011 seemed to come close to discovering what was going on. When 1-year-old girls and boys are given identical objects, such as bracelets, pill boxes, and picture frames, a pink object and another color other than pink, there is little height of pink selection. But after the age of 2, girls start to like pink, and boys from the age of 4 rejected pink. This is when toddlers begin to become aware of their gender, talk about it, and even look around to see what identifies the child and what defines a girl. But just like adults, even very young children show prejudices against their group. This group bias was seen in another study where 3 to 5-year-olds were given red or blue t-shirts to wear in nursery. One group was handed blue t-shirts to a red group. And for 3 weeks the same group was consistently given the same colors. At the end of 3 weeks, the kids liked everything more about their own color groups. And that happened in just 3 weeks. Whatever the case, the women's freedom movement in the 1960s and 1970s led to the emergence of more unisex or perceived sexless clothing colors. In fact, the Sears and Roebuck catalog in the 1970s didn't show a baby dressed in pink for 2 years. However, these magazines were the flags of those colors decades ago. However, these color-independent gender efforts have been undermined by advances in prenatal testing, where parents can learn the genus of the baby before buying their clothes and accessories. Manufacturers and retailers have begun to push the pink for girls and blue for boys phenomenon that is entrenched in our society today. So what were people doing before this color pairing? Times before pink and blue. Before the invention of cheap chemical dyes that allowed clothes to be washed repeatedly in hot water with minimal fading, most babies were dressed only in white for daily life and sometimes in random colors for formal occasions. No special color is preferred for boys or girls. Whatever the color, the clothes were skirted. Why the white color? Because it was easy to bleach the white, and changing the diapers in the skirt dress was much easier than changing the diapers in the pants. What's more, there was no need to buy clothes constantly for the period of time when children were growing up quickly. In the times mentioned, it was not unusual at all for both boys and girls to wear dresses or short skirts until they were 5 or 6 years old. 20. At the turn of the century, this situation began to change. It became increasingly important which color was compatible with which color. This situation progressed and reached an early age. This moved away from the clothes and caused a movement towards the pants. There was a similar shift in women's freedom movement. The majority of parents began to dress their girls in the same way as boys. The thing is, a lot of girls in the Western world today wear pink dresses and men wear blue pants. This phenomenon is so entrenched that, if you shave the hair of a 2-year-old boy in the form of a traditional boy cut, even if you give his men's accessories, if you put your child in a pink outfit, nobody will think he is a man. And if you say he's a man, you'll get strange gaze. You can argue that it doesn't really matter what color babies are most exposed to, but it can affect the way we treat them as adults. There is a famous study showing that women behave differently depending on the same babies, whether they are dressed in pink or blue. They assumed that babies in blue outfit were a boy, played more physically active games with them and encouraged them to play with a toy hammer. Whereas, they were more kind to pink-dressed babies and chose a doll to play with. I hope this video comes to mind when you think of a blue or pink gift for the newborn baby. You can leave the color issue to baby parents. Remember that it doesn't actually matter and colors don't have gender. Yeah, we're done for now. Please follow the channel for more information. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching.